Many portable Bluetooth speakers do nothing to integrate with other speakers you might already have in your home, and speakers you might have in your home, like a HomePod or another Sonos speaker, they don't really travel very well. The Sonos Roam promises to be both a portable Bluetooth speaker and a smart home connected speaker in one device, but is it worth the $180 price tag? Let's talk about the details. One of the main benefits of Sonos or Apple AirPlay is not just in one speaker, but in a network of speakers that you can have throughout a larger area in your home. This means you're never too far from any one of those speakers. Whether you want to have the music quiet or blast it to the mountaintops, it just helps in hearing the details and experiencing a better sound. Now, Sonos Roam plays great into that in your home. You can, of course, connect it to other Sonos speakers using the Sonos app, and you can also add the speaker to Apple HomeKit and connect it with other AirPlay 2 speakers like HomePods. Now, when you take the Sonos Roam away from home, you can only use it as a Bluetooth speaker. It's not like you can connect it to another Wi-Fi network and use it as a Sonos speaker or an AirPlay speaker in another home. And, while that just in some ways seems like a big downside, I haven't found the Bluetooth speaker to be limiting. It's a great Bluetooth speaker, and in part it has a really unique feature called Auto Trueplay tuning, and this works not only in Bluetooth but also in the Sonos mode. So Auto Trueplay uses the built-in microphone within the Sonos Roam to listen to how the music is sort of filling the space around it, and then it adjusts the music EQ to match that space better. And the Sonos Roam also knows when you pick it up and then set it back down somewhere, it will re-trigger that Trueplay tuning to happen. Now, as a result, the placement of this speaker definitely impacts the sound quality you'll get from it. I mean, I find the sound quality to be pretty good overall, but I have seen better results if I put the Roam right next to a wall or the corner between two walls, and that's true whether I'm, let's say, outside of my back deck or in an enclosed room. So in the box, you get the speaker itself, of course, along with some manuals and a USB-C charging cable. Now, along with USB-C, the Roam can also charge with Qi wireless charging. Now, Sonos sells a separate fancy magnetic Qi wireless charger that fits the Roam perfectly, or you can also just use a Qi charger you might already have for your phone. That's what I'm doing. One nice attention to detail is that you can place the speaker upright or then also on its side on these little rubber feet. I tend to put my speaker upright when it's on the base charging, and then when I have it on the go, I often put it horizontally. Keep in mind when adding this speaker to HomeKit, you need to assign it to a room. I recommend finding a place where this speaker will charge and live most of the time and assigning it to that room. This plays an important role when asking Siri to play music in certain rooms. It will include your Sonos Roam speaker in that mix. Now, I asked you guys on Twitter and Instagram what some of your questions about the Roam might be, and by far at the top of the list was how does it compare in sound quality to a HomePod Mini? And this puts a HomePod Mini to shame. It's just a slightly larger speaker, but it just has so much better sound than a HomePod Mini. Now, it's no match for my full-size HomePod or Sonos Play 5 that have a lot deeper bass and fuller sound, but it sits somewhere between those and the HomePod Mini. But wait, there's more to this speaker than just sound quality. According to Sonos, the Roam is drop resistant, waterproof up to 3 feet underwater for 30 minutes, impervious to dust, and ready for any adventure. Now, I haven't stress tested this, but the Roam does great when I listen to it in my bathroom during a shower. So I guess from the bathroom to the beach, here we come. Now, you can enable the Sonos Roam to be an Amazon or Google voice assistant when you're at home, but personally, I'm more of an Apple Siri guy myself, so I haven't messed with that at all and just leave it turned off. To get the battery level in the Roam, you have to use the Sonos app. I've seen many other Bluetooth audio accessories be able to report their battery level to iOS. You can see it in the battery widget on your home screen, but unfortunately, you've got to go to the app for the Roam. Now, the battery life is rated at a nice 10 hours of playback, and that will vary a little bit depending on what volume you're using at and any number of other variables. The Roam has a variety of indicator lights that help you know what's going on, and two of them are hidden under the grill. There's one at the top, and if it's off, if the speaker's off, you don't see the lights at all. But then if it's in AirPlay, Wi-Fi, Sonos mode, then that light will turn white. And then if it's in Bluetooth mode, that light will turn blue. On the other side of the speaker grill, there is a light that's always orange, and that will pulse on and off when the battery is below 10%, and it will also turn solid orange when the battery is charging. There's an additional light right next to the microphone on the top of the device, and when the microphone's on and the device is on, then you'll see that light shining. If the microphone has been muted, you won't see that light when the device is on. And one cool detail here is that when you set the Sonos down to charge, it seems to automatically boot up into the Sonos plus AirPlay connected to your network mode. Now, I mentioned the microphone controls on the top of the Roam. There are also play, pause, and volume up and down controls right there on the top. And on the back side of the Roam, there is a power button which you use both to turn the device on and off, but also to toggle between the Sonos mode and the Bluetooth mode, and then to trigger Bluetooth pairing. And these are done with varying combinations of just a short press or a long press. And I found this control very confusing and difficult to get the hang of. The tactile feedback wasn't as good as the controls on the top, but eventually you sort of get the hang of what a short press and long press is. As a Bluetooth speaker, the Sonos Roam works as you would expect. I haven't had any drops in audio or weird quality issues. Now, I haven't really been stress testing the distance for the Bluetooth to communicate with the device, but one thing other Bluetooth speakers advertise is being a speakerphone, and this is not something the Roam does. So I don't even think my iPhone can see or know that there's a microphone on the Roam. And well, this isn't that big of a deal. I feel like if the Roam is going to be the one device that does it all, I'd really like to see it get speakerphone capability in either a software or hardware update in the future. Now, as an AirPlay speaker, it generally works as you would expect as well. Now, I have had a little bit of turbulence when the Roam comes home, and then, it just sometimes doesn't quite connect right away. You might need to power cycle the speaker on and off again once or twice to get it to connect. And I find the best way to troubleshoot this is just open the Sonos app and go under settings and system. And then if you see your Sonos Roam under there, you should be all set and ready to go. Now, instead of having to pull out your phone, you can actually control the Roam and other Sonos speakers by pressing switches on your wall with Lutron Pico remotes. And they don't even have to be Lutron Sonos Pico remotes. It can be any Pico remote you might have had bundled with another product. So I have a video on the screen that tells you how to do that. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.